I know you've been hiding. If you have a sign, you better start raving. I've got a lonely soul you could be saving. We're trying to die, running out of time. I just wanna be with you till the day I die. We're trying to die, running Crash down through the sky. The afterglow caught my attention. So why don't we collide like stars and constellations?
Hello and welcome everybody to the Spring 2017 season, week number 4. I am Aaron Hockey, aka After Midnight, aka The Dadman. We are here for some Overwatch action, team performance versus team questionable. I am here with my good esteemed colleague Marcel. How are you doing, Marcel?
I'm doing good, Aaron. So yeah, we got a good matchup. One of the matchups that I was actually excited for. It's going to be team questionable against. We have seen questionable before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think we have. Earlier on in our streamed games, did look pretty good, but wasn't like a complete sweep domination. They did lose, unfortunately. And performance, we haven't really seen much from them recently. But they are a higher seeded team. I think they're around maybe I think top 7, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I expect them to play very well. I know Zinema is a very good carry, plays Genji a lot. So maybe hopefully we can see some good things out of them, and good plays out of Capri Cantus. I know he's a really good tank player. So we're gonna see some good things out of him, and yeah, so I'm really excited to see this matchup. We're waiting right now on a player from Performance. He's currently in a ranked game. Probably didn't get the memo in time or something. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for him for a little bit. But yeah, so.
So, Marcel, you were talking before we started the broadcast about which players you were thinking about. You were thinking that we're going to step up this game and really carry. Do you want to mention those players you're scouting out?
Yeah, well, I mean, Zinema, like I said, I was just looking at his career profile, but it does appear that he is around the Grandmaster, top 500 kind of range. His current SR is, 4,000, my bad. He does have 50 hours on Genji. Sometimes, that doesn't say everything, but kind of does in this sense. Yeah, he's looking like a pretty good carry sort of hero. Plays a lot of DPS heroes like Genji and McCree, and I'm expecting a lot out of him. For the side of Team Questionable, I was watching Capri's stream, which I think is like Geo or something. But I was watching a little bit, and he was playing a lot of like tanks and stuff. And yeah, so hopefully he can play, some good diva plays. We could see him, going, trying to play some good diva plays. Maybe even some Zarya in there and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. What team comps do you think we're going to be seeing this game?
Well, actually, we've really only seen 2-2-2. We did see dive comp a little bit. So
Do you think
yeah,
that's
I'm not
maybe
sure.
a change in the playstyle within the league, or not
I don't
really?
know.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. It's really just we did see dive comp for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
So
It wasn't a lot, but I mean, it was definitely a good shakeup to the current meta that we've been seeing in
yeah,
HSEL.
it's always been just 2-2-2. It's not really anything special. I think we saw triple tank a little bit in the beginning of yesterday's game. So yeah, it does seem like we are going to go on to Ilios. We've seen a lot of Ilios recently. We've seen pretty much just Ilios and Kings Row and Gibraltar are the ones that I've remembered recently. We haven't really seen a huge map pool, and I think that's partially because of a lot of the games have been sweeps, 2-0 sweeps, so we don't really get a lot of opportunity to see this, to see a lot of maps being played. But most of the time, I think Ilios is really being played.
Yeah, Elios is definitely one of the maps. I think we've pretty much seen it in every matchup that we streamed. I
think so, yeah.
I can't recall one matchup that we haven't seen Elios, and I think that's just a favorite map coming out from these teams, and it's always just a good all-around map.
Yeah, exactly, and it's really well balanced. All control maps are meant to be balanced. So, yeah, it seems like both teams are ready, so we're going to hop into this match right about now. All right, and just in case, you pause the game by using Control, Shift, and equal sign, right?
I believe so. I think I remember that. Yeah. Control, Shift, equals.
Okay, I'm going to try that out real quick as soon as we get into the match.
All right. Just doing a quick tour around this map. Oh,
there we go.
We got a pause.
Yeah, just need to figure that out. Okay.
We're testing the pause, making sure we got everything set up just in case a player decides to disconnect on us.
Yeah, we had that problem last time. I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, definitely don't want to go through that again, and make sure that these players do have time to reconnect to the game in case they do leave. So as you can see, there's the control point in the center of the map, and pretty straightforward map, pretty well balanced, equals on both sides, so no advantages coming to either side.
Your mother would have been proud.
Drum points are usually always balanced. Really, it just comes down to who has the better mechanical skill, who has the better team comps, and who plays better as a team. That usually defines the winner, and that's why we've seen it pretty much in every matchup that we've had so far.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna see 2-2-2, like I said, coming out of both sides. Actually, for the side of team performance, we're seeing triple tank, which is very surprising, and we're looking like a niche dive comp for team questionable. So yeah, looking pretty odd, honestly. I'm excited to see this matchup. I'm gonna start on the Pharah, see if she can deal some damage onto both of these teams. Sunny side. As that DPS already takes out the Dark Lord, that's going to be a good tank already dead. That's 1 out of 2 tanks already down. So we see Winston just jumping in, getting Zarya bubble, dealing a ton of damage. Ace finally going to take out the tank, being the deadly healer that he is. And the objective gets taken for the side of Team Questionable.
Let's get you healed up.
Very questionable, and they just hold on to this if they want to win. Pretty straightforward game.
Yeah, my game is lagging a little bit because my F.Lux is kicking in. So, okay, everything is pretty fine now. I didn't really know what was happening. Nice hook into Capri Cantus. Ult coming out of Cinema. Quick 2 kills for them. They're going to be pushing on to this point. Pathwise gets pulled out. Not really useful in this fight. That's kind of debatable whether he should have pulled that out or not. But yeah, performance, bringing it back, gonna cap this point.
Seemed like a really easy
My
cap.
ultimate is charging.
It was pretty much, I thought we created the most damage in that fight. And
Let's get patched up.
Deadeye, we get 3 or 4 eliminations off of that Deadeye.
Of course, like we predicted, Cinema trying to deal as much damage as he can being carried for this team. Hammer down, comes out of the side of Performance, but the Rocket Barrage out of JML, he's going to be protected out pretty well. It's some good support. But meanwhile, 2 kills for Performance. Cinema dealing a ton of damage, going to take out JML. But Windows Fire in the last few seconds, going to take out Wrathy. And the Duck Lord pulling out the ult, seeing if he can bring his team back. Cinema dealing a lot of damage onto the Zarya, but I don't know if he can take him out. Cinema pops the Deadeye once again. He's going to take out 2. The Duck Lord takes out Sunny side up. And not looking pretty sunny for Team Questionable. Electric Cowboy gets pulled out. But Cinema looking pretty low, but he's going to get quickly healed back up from Bailey Monster. He's going to take out JML. And Performance hold on to this point.
Really good plays coming out from Team Performance. Able to stave off the push.
Yeah, and we see some good plays out of the healers. I think the healers in this whole league pretty much have been, on top of their game, healing up their carries, knowing who to focus their heals on and who not to really focus their heals on, I guess. And knowing when to not deal damage and when to deal damage. Pretty good place for both teams. Anyways, as I'm talking, Ace pulling out the Break It Down, but the Break It Down comes out of Bailey Monster. Sorry about Tricky Rabbit as well. He takes out Capri Canis with the nice boot. The Duck Lord though, taking out Shorty signed up. But the ult's coming out of Zarya for the side of team, yeah, for the side of Performance. Gonna finish the game. And Performance takes round 1.
Yeah, really decisive round 1.
0-1.
Yeah, my shotcasting was a little bit shaky in that final seconds because I was experiencing some more lag, but it should be good now.
It's alright. We're good.
Yep. Anyways, pretty interesting round. The compositions from both of these teams actually was pretty odd. Didn't expect to see all of that. Especially the triple tank composition, which kind of worked out, kind of didn't, but you know. Good to see more variety, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna get started onto this point. Lighthouse, beautiful map. Capri Canis trying to do as much damage as he can, trying to see if he can find some charge for Windows Fire, shielding up their team pretty well, but Performance was looking like they're gonna have control onto this point for the most part. Genji in their backline, seeing if he can deal as much damage as he can, dealing a lot of damage onto JML, looking for that kill, but not gonna do anything. But that's just a good distraction. So Performance can take the point. Pretty much, Team Questionable just ignored the point for the first few seconds. Didn't let them touch it at all, and the Dragon Blade comes out to finish up 2 of those kills. But he's gonna get taken out from Capri Canis. That's not really pretty good for them, but it doesn't really matter. Team Questionable still not being able to touch this point at all. And yeah, Performance just holding on to this point.
Cinema able to lay down a lot of damage.
Down comes out of Ace. Windows Fire kills himself, but takes out his counterpart as well. Cinema gonna get finished up real quick. Finally, we see some signs of life coming out of Team Questionable, and they're gonna take the point.
Really good ultimate. Lucio the breakdown on the point. Able to secure the point for Questionable.
Yeah, and we're seeing this weird Junkrat pick, which is you know, I didn't really expect this. I didn't really expect the Zenyatta to come out as well because of this really high damage dealing triple tank composition that we're seeing out of Performance. So yeah, Hammer Down comes out of the side of Performance, but Windows Fire pulling out his own. Sunny Side pulling up his Deadeye, gonna finish up the Duck Lord. He's gonna finish up Bailey Monster, and that's looking like a team wipe for Team Questionable. So I had a brain block right there. But yeah, Team Questionable is looking pretty good finally. They're going to tie up this game in percentage right now. No change in composition for Performance. They're feeling pretty strong with this composition. It worked out first round. It should work out this round. And when it comes to ultimates, looking pretty equal for both ultimates. But JML, with that Riptire, you can see some really good things out of that. And, you know, the Fire at Will probably going to get negated from Titan's Tranquility. Nothing's really going to pop up. Cinema going to take out one. Windows Fire is just going to jump off the point once again. Duck Lord going to finish off Kind King, but JML gets one. While he retreats, that's going to be pretty good, but not enough. And Performance is going to take the point once again.
Definitely a better game coming out from
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, we see a lot of good plays coming out of both sides, but, you know, Performance finally, they win the team fight and they're able to cap the point. That's going to be good progress onto this point, as, you know, they got a lot of percentage onto this point. And they need to catch up a little bit. Cinema doing a lot of good work. He's going to take out two. Has the Deadeye already. That's 4 ults up for Performance. Sunnyside, Ace, all these other guys that we need to, you know, make some really high, low plays. not really doing anything right now. Windows Fire already getting pretty low. He's going to get taken out. Do see an ult from him, but, you know, he's already taken out of the fight. He's not going to be able to use that. Ace does have his ult, so we might see them, you know, push using that. High Noon comes out of Zinema just to zone them off the points. Break it down. Coming out a little bit late for Team Unquestionable. Bailey Monster takes out Sunnyside up being the deadly healer he is. But the fire at will coming out of Team Questionable. Earth Shatter coming out of Windows Fire. He's going to take out a couple people. Ducklord though, finishing off Capri. Azradi finish off Windows Fire, and Performance is just going to hold on to this point. Ducklord going to jump on, seeing if he could do anything. Kind King jumping around, seeing if he can stall it out just a little bit more. Keep the side of Team Questionable alive, but not going to be enough. And finally, Performance takes round 2.
Score 0-2.
Good plays coming out of both of these sides. JML though, deciding not to switch off of the well, he does. Goes onto the Winston, trying to run this another niche dive comp again. Switches back to Soldier 76. Just, you know, working out some ultimates. I mean, working out some picks, seeing if they can do anything. Sunnyside going on to the Reaper for this game, being kind of the DPS that he has been, you know, on Soldier and McCree. I'm going on to this Reaper, going to be a little bit different. I'm definitely going to have a different playstyle. And yeah, we did see Orisa, but that's not going to be locked in. Of course. He's going to switch to Zarya. Just juking us out. I'm not going to get debated from that. So yeah, Performance is looking like they're on the back foot. Taking a pretty aggressive angle onto Team Questionable. Genji is going to dive in there, see if he can deal some damage. And now, nobody really is on this point exactly. Sunnyside taking a lot of damage. He's going to get taken out from the Duck Lord. Performance just pushing up even further on them, while the Duck Lord just, you know, capping this point for them. Team Questionable, not looking pretty good right now. Shielding up his team pretty... His team is being pretty shielded up pretty well from the Zarya and from Reinhardt, but not enough. Cinema just going to break the shields, and Performance does take this point with ease. Doing a lot of damage onto this team. Team Questionable does get a touch onto this point, but it's not going to be enough. So Reaper just dealing a lot of damage to these tanks. Earth Shatter coming out. The Dragon becomes somebody. Zinema. He's going to deal a lot of damage, but still not taken out. But, you know, not really going to gain anything from that. Sunnyside getting 2 kills. Windows Fire taking a ton of damage onto Bailey Monster and Tricky Rabbit. Gonna take out Windows Fire though, but still they have to retreat, and Team Questionable take the point.
Behind you.
Both teams kind of just moving around a little bit. Cinema flipping around, seeing if we can get anything in particular. Windows Fire just respawned, so... Or not just respawn, what am I saying? They're on the point. Attack Visor comes out of the side of Performance. Team really can do anything, but that's just going to get negated from Team Questionable. So seeing him going to take out Sunnyside, Azradi going to take out Capri Cantus, but 2 kills get returned for the other side. But as I see that, Zinema going to take out pretty much everybody else on this team. Points going to be taken for Performance once again. And now the game is tied up. But Performance just looking even more dominant than Team Questionable, like we kind of expected. Zinema dealing a lot of damage as their prime DPS player. You know, the Genji / Tracer, he's going to get slept. It's going to be a nice sleep dart, but not really going to get followed up. Not really good communication for the side of Team Questionable. As you can see, Azradi getting 2 kills for Performance. Gonna be dealing a lot of damage onto his counterpart though. But Windows Fire taking out 2. JML takes out 1 on the retreat. Kind of an overkill for performance, but doesn't really matter at this point. It's looking pretty good for you guys. Sunnyside seeing if they can get onto the point. He takes out 1, though, takes out 2, and now this fight is looking the other way around. Bailey Monster is trying to get onto this point so they can get to 99%, but Riley pulls up the ultimate. Break it down, comes out of performance. Not looking pretty good for Team Questionable, but now the members are piling up. Only 2 members right now for performance. They have to back off of the point. And now Team Questionable takes the point once again. Windows Fire, though, he is pushing up a lot more than he should be. And now Sammy just getting a lot of good charge to finish up this fight. Now, even though Team Questionable did get it, they only need 1 more push, and then performance will have the whole game. And they used up a lot of their ultimates. I mean, Cinema and Bailey Monster have theirs. We're probably going to see a Nano Blade coming out as soon as we can. As I say that, it happens. Cinema diving in there. He's going to take out Ace. That's going to be big. He's going to take out JML. Can he get another? He does. He gets Windows Fire. So that's really going to be finished up from Simeon. Cinema going to take out Capri and Sunnyside. And that's going to be a team wipe. For performance, they're going to get this point back once again and take the game. Pretty dominant 3-0 lead, 3-0 win for performance. Must say, really impressed with performance. Zinema being that, high seed, high ranked player that he should be. In this whole tournament, he's looking like an all-star player. Definitely, hitting all his McCree shots that he should be. And, there's a lot of debate on who's better, McCree or Soldier. And, if you can play McCree better than, if you're the best McCree in the world and going up against the best Soldier in the world, the best McCree in the world will win. Definitely, that's what I believe. And yeah, he's showing that in this match. And it's going to be an easy win for performance. So, Aaron, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just sitting back, spectating, and
All right. Well, we did see performance win, so I think Team Questionable chooses the next map. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so we're gonna see what they can get. But yeah, what do you think about that match? We did definitely see a lot of interesting compositions and a couple of pretty close rounds, but in the end, performance did take that game.
I just have to comment on Zinema. Honestly, really an all-star player. Honestly, I mean, every single one of the matches, he was on fire. Every single one. There wasn't a single match where he wasn't on fire. And he remained on fire for the majority of every single match, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Some pros can do that, but some can't. He's Zinema looking like a pretty good pro right now. Definitely in that high ranked, has played with some pretty good people before, I can see. So, just looks like we are going to go into Dorado. Like I said, one of the maps we're pretty familiar with. One of the few maps that we have seen, one of the few escort maps that we've seen, actually. A lot of control points, a lot of Nepal, and a lot of Velios. So finally we get to see some escort maps, which is going to be pretty good. So
they are electing to stay on the same side, so performance will be attacking. Is that correct? Yes.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so let's see if we're all good. Definitely good plays from Cinema, but also some good plays for Sunnyside up too. Definitely, being that good, I guess, carry hero sort of for Team Questionable. Definitely doing his job, definitely dealing that, damage that he should be. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into this match, and we're gonna get started. Definitely good performance coming out of both teams, really. Both performance, looking dominant, looking like that higher seeded team that they are. And yeah, I think that ultimately just, mechanical skill from Cinema, just out, DPSing, I guess, Sunnyside. And yeah, looking pretty dominant for them. That's why they won the game. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into the beautiful streets of Dorado. Definitely some, good design, map design. Honestly, I must say, map design for Overwatch, I think it's one of my favorite out of all video games. Definitely rank them in the top 5, I would say.
For sure. Really stellar map design, great graphics, and just the colors are absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's very unique, I must say.
Very.
There are some games like say arguably TF2 and stuff have the same design, but really just it's kind of more different since it's in a different time and a different kind of way of things. Like, TF2 is more battlefields, and they're trying to make, cities like London and Helios into kind of like battlefieldish sort of places. They made Kings Row a battlefield, made it a hybrid map. So yeah, I definitely like it, and I don't know about you, but I like the new improvements for them. So for Kings Row, looking pretty good. We'll see that in the next patch. But anyways, we're seeing Capricantus on the Orisa. This is looking like it's gonna stay on Orisa.
Wow.
So yeah, we're gonna see Orisa on defense for actually one of the first times in Overwatch competitive history. So yeah, Cinema is gonna go onto the Sphera. It's gonna be easier to shut Capri down with the Pharah. So yeah, pretty good right now. Dealing a lot of damage onto this. The shield going down for Windows Fire. Capri just jumping down, seeing if they can deal any damage. But now, Windows Fire getting swarmed up from the sides of Performance. He's sunny side up though. He's gonna take out Tricky Rabbit. That's a really bad misplay. Gonna be huge for them. But as I say that, Simium gonna get swept. Gonna get all grouped up from the Orisa. Orisa dealing a ton of damage. JML getting pretty low. He's gonna get healed back up. But Sunnyside getting very low at the point. He's gonna have to back off a little bit more. Windows Fire though, protecting their team a lot. Semium pushing the point as much as he can. But Windows Fire getting very aggressive. Gonna get healed up though from the Ana. That's a good play, and still just dealing a ton of damage onto the side. The Earth Shatter coming out of Windows Fire. He's gonna take out the Duck Lord. Sunnyside gonna finish up Tricky Rabbit. Looking like it's pretty good for Team Questionable. JML doing a lot of damage on the Samurai, but not gonna finish it up. Sorry, Simium. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. Good Holtz from Team Questionable, and Orisa. Man, I gotta say, dealing a lot of damage, and the secondary shield. Once Windows Fire shield goes down, Capricanus puts another one back up. We're seeing JML flanking around, seeing if he can deal a lot of damage. He is ready for this Graviton Surge. He's gonna take out two. That's gonna be huge. Windows Fire takes out Samian, but as I said, Zenima gonna take out JML, and the res coming out of Team of Performance, but the tag visor gets pulled out of Azrazi. I'm not sure if that was really needed. Almost like an overkill to me. Nano boosted, also kind of being wasted as well. Windows Fire, even though he almost had his ult, didn't have it in time. And Capricanus also wasted his ult as well. So yeah, that was a bad Graviton. I won't say that's a bad Graviton actually. I just said that was a good res on secondary monster. And JML also gonna get stalled out as well. They're gonna get onto this point though, despite the lack of members on their team. Windows Fire pulling out that ult, but the ult's coming out of the Duck Lord. Easily gonna finish up all these members. Sunnyside getting trapped in the corner, and looking pretty good for Performance. They're gonna take this first point with ease.
Very good performance so far. Four members on Team Performance on fire.
Yeah, definitely some good performance, especially out of Cinema. Can really actually shut down an Orisa with Pharah. As I say that, Cinema pulls out the Rocket Barrage right into their face. They're gonna get rezzed up though. That's unfortunate for them. That's basically negated a whole ultimate day. Yeah, exactly. Did waste that res, so next fight they don't have to worry about that anymore. So yeah, they did take out 3 though. But as I say that, they just returned that with another 3 kills for Performance. JML, see if they can deal as much damage as they can, but he's going to get pushed off and get trapped from Performance. And now finally, looking pretty good despite the messy team fight in the beginning of the game. Still pushing this payload pretty well, getting a lot of damage onto this side, and especially Zenima. And again, being that almost highlight MVP-ish player for this team. Yeah, and he just did that on Kind King and McCree as well. Looks very good right now. There's really some good healing as well and some good protection from both tanks. But yeah, Capricanus not dealing enough damage as he needs to. Cinema just gonna take him out as fast as he can. And now they're just onto this point. Attack Visor coming out of JML, but he's gonna get extremely low. But you know, no healers to support him. He's rather gonna pull out Attack Visor of his own. Kind King though doing a lot of damage, but missing a lot of his shots now. And now he's just gonna get trapped as well. Seeing if Capricanus can do anything, he's gonna have his ult popped up. Is he gonna pop it in time? There it goes, but that's gonna get quickly shut down by Asradi. Sunnyside doing a lot of damage though onto this team. Semium getting pretty low. Asradi going down, but Semium just gonna shut him down. The Earth Shatter though does come out of Window Fire, but not followed up on anything. Cinema trying to trap out this team, but getting shut down by Capricanus, but he's just getting dropped to the ground. Cinema gonna take out two, but the res comes out of questionable, but you know, just a lot of stalling out for both of these teams. You know, one day one of these teams is gonna fall. Sunnyside trying to stall this point as much as he can, but he's gonna get taken out, and I think it's looking like that's gonna be it. Performance is gonna take round one.
Yeah, that was a very decisive round coming out from Team Performance.
Score
On
0-3. Switching sides.
especially towards the end there.
Yeah, and I mean they were also punishing the Orisa pick too. We don't really know exactly how Orisa is supposed to be played. In the early stages of this, phase of Orisa, I mean, personally, I thought she would be OP, like really OP, especially looking at her kit on paper. Like, you have a mini Graviton. Graviton is one of the best ultimates in the game, and now that's your right click. Like, what? You have a damage boost, which just throws Mercy to the wall. And, you have almost the same damage as Soldier 76 if you hit all your headshots. So I was like, oh, well, this must be good. But the thing is, she does basically, I was talking to somebody about this, she basically does what somebody could do better. For example, Soldier 76, he would be dealing a lot more damage than Orisa. Graviton, Duck Lord, I mean, Zarya already has that. Reinhardt has a moving shield. And, I mean, Mercy, you could always just, have a Mercy if you really want a damage boost, or Zenyatta, really, just to Discord a target.
Yeah.
In fact, honestly, Discord is arguably better than damage boost because you could just Discord a target and everybody can shoot him down rather than, having one guy just better to shoot this other guy down. So, I don't know. Personally, I don't really think Orisa is all that good right now. Maybe in the future we might find a good, spot for her in the meta, but you really have to jam her in the composition if you want to play her. You might be able to fit her in triple tank, but not very well. Who would you replace? You know what I mean? Yeah, so we're gonna get started on this point. Performance taking high ground. We're gonna see the Mercy coming out of this side, and Cinema on the Hanzo. Can deal some damage, but and he's discorded and all. Not really dealing enough damage as he needs to, but this shield's gonna go down. He's gonna go down pretty quick. Capricanus electing to go onto this D.Va, see if he can deal enough damage, but that's just gonna get shut down by Zenema. Zenema takes out Capricanus. Nice shot for him. Takes out Ace as well. That's a healer down. That's two healers down for Team Questionable. JML taking a lot of damage. He's gonna have to back off, and now not looking good for Windows Fire. Does take out one, but he's just gonna get taken out from the Duck Lord. And Team Questionable just down in this fight. Performance looking pretty dominant right now, and they're gonna take this point. Or this team fight, I must say.
I would like to point out the Hanzo coming out from Zenma.
Oh yeah, definitely. His DPS performance in this whole match has been very good. Definitely showing what his viability, I guess, on this point. In this matchup. I mean, it's just he can play a lot of these high impact DPSs like Hanzo, and he takes out all these high priority targets like the healers and like the Zero Suit Divas and stuff. So yeah, Sunny side up, pulls up the ult, He's gonna take out the Deck Lord. And meanwhile, but you know, Simeon shielding up this team pretty well. Sunnyside though, punishing him. And the ult's coming out of Bailey Monster. Rez is basically gonna negate this whole fight. Attack visor though, coming out of Astrali, see if they can take anything. He takes out one. See if we can get another. Fire at will for a performance. Capricanus is gonna get trapped, but gonna get healed up from Kind King. The Stuck Lord. He can deal enough damage, but he's gonna get taken out by Winston. No, he's gonna stay alive. JML though, see if he can clean up anything in the back line. Deals a lot of damage to Simeon. Gonna have to back off though. And the Hanzo ults. See if we can, you know, kind of shut down the whole point, zone them off. Time King, we see him already ready for that ultimate, but don't really need it at this point because looks like Team Questionable kind of already won this fight. But not killing them in time just, you know, allows performance to just, you know, regroup again. And, you know, just getting shielded up, not, you know, utilizing target prioritization as well as they need to. Windows Fire gets taken out. Ace though, does pull out the ultimate, kind of late for them though. JML pushing up really fast, gonna explode Simeon, Sunnyside up, gonna finish that kill. Attack visor though, gets pulled out of Astrali, so he can deal any damage if he can. He's gonna get taken out quickly from Sunnyside up. From his own ultimate. Nobody really on the point, not really dealing any progress. But, you know, just gonna finish them up. See if they can actually do that. Simeon comes back, but a little too late for them. See if they can do anything. Oh, and there's the Earth Shatter. That's a waste of an ultimate. It's very questionable play from them. Winston doing a great job of just, you know, jumping onto his team. Not really able to finish up the Reinhardt in time though. It's not a really good play from both of those sides. The ult coming out of Zenema, see if he can zone him off the point, and it successfully does. You know, Queen Questionable might have pulled it out, might have pushed the cart far enough, but didn't do it in time to actually take this. As I say that, they get 2 kills, get 3 kills, and now finally we see them getting the point. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of time wasted. Definitely doesn't have a lot of time to use to get this to the next point. But, you know, in this Streets phase, we're going to see a lot of ults, you know, available for the side of Team Questionable. So, yeah, we're going to see a Pulse Bomb coming up pretty soon. Sunnyside is working on that Attack Visor. And we're going to have an Earth Shatter and a Res for Kind King. So maybe we can see them kind of bait out some more ultimates if they can, take out a couple people, you know, without using any, and maybe pull out the rest as well. Zenema takes out Capricanus, not looking good for them. Dealing a lot of damage onto Ace. Ace is getting shot down from McCree, gonna have to use that amp it up to heal himself back up. But, you know, very high charge Zarya at the, not really sure, he has 80 charge. Gonna have that ult ready just in case he wants to pull that out. The ult, though, coming out of Sunnyside, just gonna get shut down from Zenema, doing a lot of damage. Windows Fire, gonna pull out the Earth Shadow, but not gonna be good enough. Capri, finish up Tricky Bait, though, but there comes the ultimate. And as soon as that happens, Graviton Church gets pulled out of Duck Lord. And finally, though, Windows Fire just returning it, not really doing anything. They were too close to the Graviton. That's exactly what they don't want to do. But the Duck Lord at 100%, dealing a ton of damage onto these tanks. But the res coming out of Kind King. This is a true Clown Fiesta at this point. Sunnyside takes 1 kill as well. Doing a very, you know, questionable team fight. The ult coming out of Zenema. He's going to take out 3. That's going to be huge. But the Duck Lord still doing a lot of damage onto these tanks. This high charge Zarya, though, they didn't deal with her in time. She's already 61 charge. I mean, 61 charge for her ultimate. That's very good for them. And, you know, she's already at 100 charge. And, you know, just keep getting all this charge. You forget about the Zarya and how much damage you can do once she's at 100%. And finally, Performance takes the fight. Very messy indeed from both sides, but, you know, in the end, a lot of ultimates were used that weren't really needed. And that kind of lost Questionable the fight, sort of. They looked pretty good in the beginning, but the reses and stuff just kept coming out. They weren't able to do anything. That's why he pulls out the ultimate just to zone them off, see if they can pull them off. Except, you know, we see Sunnyside trying to flank up, see if he can do anything in particular. He's going to get taken out from Zinema. And Zinema just zoning off his team. Doesn't hit JML though. But still just going to get taken out from Zinema. But now, you see them kind of just stagger on the point, but not looking good for them. Nobody's really taking out anybody in time. Earth Shatter comes out of SEM-AM. Ace goes down. But, still alive for this team. Sunnyside dealing a lot of damage onto this team, but, just going to get healed up from Tricky Rabbit and Daily Monster. The ultimate is up for him. Doesn't really need it at this point. JML is going to go soaring through the sky. And finally, the match is complete. Performance takes the round, takes the match. And, yeah, 2-0 win for Performance.
Pretty decisive play from Performance, honestly. Like you said before, it was starting to become a clown fiesta right
Play of the match.
right after the first capture from Team Questionable.
It's time.
Triple team.
Yeah, and I mean, also, you see the play of the game coming out of Zinema once again. Zinema looking very good. See if we can get even an interview with him, because he was looking very dominant in this matchup.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
Legendary.
But yeah, yeah, looking pretty good from both teams, especially Team Questionable. I have to say they definitely pulling out the Orisa pick. Not sure if they did that as a troll or did that actually. But looked very good for both of these teams. Got to give Questionable some props, but Performance just looking better, I guess.
Yeah.
It was a pretty close matchup, but in the end, it came down to mechanical skill, and Zinema just kind of
Yeah.
just
I
did
wouldn't
it for
know
them.
that.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if we can get a interview up with somebody yet. But yeah, ultimately in that matchup, like we said, it was pretty dominant. Not as dominant as I thought it was, but definitely pretty dominant for the side of Team Questionable. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so I just feel like Zinema did a really good job of laying down damage when necessary on those high damage carries. Like you saw him pull out the Pharaoh when he was defending, and he was able to, or was that attacking? Attacking, sorry.
Yeah.
And just his ultimates were very well placed on Farah, and yeah, he was able to get behind into the back line as Farah and just wreck them from behind.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely out DPSing Sunny. Definitely.
sure,
Like I said, the best Genji. I mean, yeah, the best McCree in the world versus the best soldier in the world. The best McCree would win, because it's just he has a lot of damage potential that can only be unlocked if you have good mechanical skill and a lot of practice and time into him, knowing when to flashbang and when to roll. Because I mean, if you look at his kit, it's not as OP as Soldier or anybody else like that. It just his primary fire is enough to kind of give him that boost, and with good positioning, because you really have to utilize cover with McCree. You don't really have a lot of I guess escapes. Once you have bad positioning, and you go into a sticky situation, you don't have anything really to get you out. You can't sprint away, you can't blink away or recall away. You can't Genji dash. All you can do is roll 3 meters.
Yeah.
Definitely if you can keep your distance, medium range, pretty good.
For sure.
All right, so I'm gonna see if we can hop into this interview real quick.
Great.
So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do this, because then again, I'm not sure if he's really in it. Is he in support 1? Am I right?
Let's see. No, he's not in support 1 yet.
Okay, so we're gonna for that. Huh. Okay. So yeah, sorry for this delay.
Message him on Overwatch.
Yeah,
Did
that's what
not
I'm
done
doing.
that. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if we might just skip the interview.
Okay. Are we waiting for him to respond?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll wait a little bit longer. Guys, if you like what you see, go ahead and drop a follow. It's much appreciated on Twitch. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you want to subscribe on Twitch, we do have that sub button, and we have emotes coming your way. We also have really dank sub badges as well. Help us get to 25 subs, and we will have we'll be able to implement the Clown Fiesta emote, which will be very good.
Oh yeah, definitely. The emails are looking really nice. Honestly,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I can't wait until we hit 25 sub, guys. So drop a Twitch sub, or I mean a Amazon Prime sub, or however you may feel. It's much appreciated, and it will help us provide better quality matches in the future.
Well, I'm having some issues right now. Trying to find them exactly. So let's see if we can. Okay. So I'm not sure if he's even in the Discord channel right now, but yeah, see if he can do it. Okay, so you just accept that. So if I were to add him, okay, so would I just invite to server HSEL? There we go. So we're gonna see if we can get this up with him real quick. Yeah, and also we did have a improvement on production. Definitely because we had some problems with just names and stuff, music and whatnot.
Yeah.
Definitely from last game. We switched up the names a little bit, so that was a little bit my fault. But yeah, we did get that fixed in the end. So yeah.
Yeah, and we're also constantly making improvements to our production assets, our hardware, and everything like that to provide quality content to you guys, because you guys are the best. We love you guys.
Yeah, so it does look like we have this underway.
Are we able to get him
Yep,
into
Yep,
interview?
he's in support 1. So
Okay,
yeah,
great. I'll
just
go
pull him
ahead
down.
and bring him into the stream. He is here.
How's it going there?
Uh,
Yeah, sorry for that whole mess up thing. Finally, at least you're in the HSEL server, so that's always good. So now we can actually get notified and stuff like that. So, anyways, yeah. So your performance definitely in that game totally impacted your team. So I thought it was only, I guess a good thing to have the interview for you guys. Be with you. So yeah. So what do you think about that game? How well do you think you did?
for me, to be honest, it was all part of the team. Like, for me, it's not about single-handedly carrying the team. Like, to be honest, nothing can be done without a team working together. So I feel like my team really cooperated very nicely with our engages. But we lacked holding, but overall, we always had a way to take it back, and we had good cooperation and communication throughout them.
definitely. Overwatch is kind of based around that. Kind of teamworkish sort of strategy. But yeah, definitely good job. A good job from your healers as well. Definitely to point them out. They did a really good job. As well from the tanks as well. What were you thinking about your game in particular? You did a very good job on McCree. Did see you switch up a little bit every now and then, but yeah, what do you think? How well do you think you did?
How well I think I did? Well, I guess I was just there at the right time, and whenever I had my ult up, I felt like it was a good time to use it, and I was in good position and was able to pull it off nicely. And then whenever I switched off to Pharah or Genji, I just kind of relied on my team at that point to work together and hold together. It got a little difficult at times, but we still managed to take it back.
Okay, interesting. Definitely in that first match, actually in both matches, you guys looked very dominant. Do you think that was either just you guys showing up, or was it, the other team questionable not really showing up pretty well?
One of our teammates was actually absent, so we got a sub, but overall we still did pretty good. I guess it was just the grouping up together and going in all at once was pretty much the main deal of how things went at that point. Like I guess for me, I was shot called whenever our amp it up was ready, and he would tell me, and then when it's ready, I just tell him to do it, and then we just all move in at the same time and just focus the first person we see. We shot call one person, we all try to take it, and then the rest turned into chaos at that point.
Yeah, definitely that team leader in every game on a team is always a good advantage to have, whether it is, either the DPS, but, most likely it's probably somebody like the healer or something like that who's, I guess not really dealing with a lot of stuff. I mean, healing is a big job, but, most people, like their healers to be their shot callers. But yeah, anyways, even though you guys did look pretty dominant in these games, definitely going to do to improve over the week and prepare for your next matchup?
Well, for me, I'm always out to look for practice as much as possible, but our team is sort of just staggered with our own business, such as school, work, or family business. So we haven't really been getting much practice done. Lately, we've been just doing solo queuing or duo queuing with each other in competitive play, but throughout the time, we haven't really practiced much. So we sort of just YOLO'd it at that point.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and one more thing, oh wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
All right, well, yeah, pretty interesting stuff. That's pretty much all my questions. Do you have anything to say, Aaron?
No, I think you pretty much nailed all the questions I had.
All right, well, yeah. Anyways, good job from you, Mithril, and definitely good job from all of your teammates as well. And good job from Team Questionable as well. Definitely did a good job today. It was definitely an interesting matchup to cast. Some good variety in compositions, especially seeing the Orisa for one of the first times ever in competitive history. Good job for that. And definitely some good interesting comps as well. Zenyatta I've seen a lot recently. He's looking pretty good right now in the meta. I love playing Zenyatta as well. And so anyways, thanks for the interview, Mithril. Hope you have a good day.
No problem. It's good to be here.
Nice meeting you.
All right. So yeah, that was a good interview, must say. He was very interesting, very humble. Talked about, hey, it wasn't really me, even though I did carry the team. I'm just joking. He talked about a lot about how well his team kind of works, together very well. You can't really play Overwatch with a bad team, am I right?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a team effort. It's by no ways a one-man carry game. It can be sometimes if the other team is really bad, but it definitely relies on a group and team effort for sure.
Yeah, and we did hear him talk about how he had to use a sub, which sometimes can be kind of like almost like a disgrace for a team. We're not really good at all, but sometimes it's really good. Some teams have some struggles with them, but fortunately for performance, the player, whoever he was, didn't know exactly which one it was, but whoever it was did a good job, did his role, and good job out of all of his teammates, the healers, especially timing those speed boosts and, staying on top of healing the Reinhardts and stuff when they go in. Good play from them and good variation in using the healers as well. We did see some Zenyatta coming out of both teams, I think,
Yeah.
especially on Ilios. When Lucio isn't really as important. Sometimes it is, but you can really just switch between those. And good stuff from performance.
Very good stuff indeed.
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up tonight. Overall, it was a good matchup. Really interesting to watch. Good way to end up the round 4, is it?
Round 4 is wrapping up this weekend, and round 5 will start Monday.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see those matchups. Very excited to see Team Ocean Men once again. I'm sorry, I just really have to point them out because they've been looking very dominant. I've been watching a couple of their VODs recently, and if we have a good matchup between Team Ocean Men, definitely want to try to stream that because they are looking very good. Definitely, they were kind of lower seeded. I think they were in top 15. They were like around the 10 range, and they looked very good. But also, I want to see some good things out of Team Undecided. Definitely have improved a lot, and even though they've been like the top team right now, I think they're a second seed.
Mm-hmm.
They've definitely have improved a lot, on their communication and a lot mechanically. So yeah, definitely excited to see really all these matchups. Overwatch is looking very good. Even though it is the last matchup of our match days, definitely a good match and a good game to tune into, especially if you're trying to get into Overwatch. So yeah, anyways, have any final words, Aaron? For today?
No, very great matches today. I'm looking forward to, like as you said, the matches coming up in the future, especially with the other games that we'll be casting, CS:GO, League of Legends as well. We're gonna have some great matches coming up in the next couple days. Had a great match of League of Legends this weekend. You can check that out in our last broadcast. Looking forward to a great week 5. Hopefully some of the skill differential begins to close, the delta in between the skills. And we'll start seeing some really closer matches, maybe some more Game 3s in Overwatch like we've been saying, what we've been hoping for. And I'm ready. We'll be having some more content, more
We had the intercom. We might work on that.
Yeah, and we'll have more streaming content as well coming out this week. Hopefully we'll have some demos from the previous week we'll be able to cast, and also some midweek games as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and that pretty much wraps her up. So if you like what you see, again, appreciate the follow, the subscription on whatever platform you are viewing us on, whether that be YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and drop a Amazon Prime sub, if you will, and that will help us bring better high school esports league and varsity network content to you. Have a great Sunday evening, and have a good beginning of your week, everybody. I am Aaron Hockey, HSEL After Midnight, also the Dadman, here with my buddy Marcel.
Yep.
And we'll see
you guys at the next Clown Fiesta.
Exactly.
All right.